We often think about diet and exercise when we talk about staying healthy as we get older. And yes, those are incredibly important pieces of the puzzle. But what if I told you that some of the biggest quiet threats to your health, especially once you're past 70, happen every single night, right before you even close your eyes? It's a painful reality for many people. They struggle with energy. Their memory isn't quite what it used to be. Aches and pains seem worse, and they just don't feel as vibrant as they know they could. They blame it on age. But sometimes, it's not age itself. It's those seemingly harmless things they do just before bedtime. These are habits we might have gotten away with when we were younger, but they become silent saboteurs as the years go by. Think about it. We spend a huge portion of our lives sleeping, or at least trying to. What we do in those few hours leading up to getting into bed has a profound impact on the quality of that sleep, and ultimately, on our physical and mental health the next day, and every day after that. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It can affect everything from your heart health and blood sugar control to your mood, your brain function, and even your immune system. The secret isn't some complicated medical treatment. It's often found in the simple, consistent routines we establish around bedtime. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 common bedtime habits that might be quietly destroying your health once you're over 70. Some of these might surprise you. We'll look at why they're so harmful and, more importantly, what simple changes you can start making tonight to protect your well-being. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Something that can make a real difference. Let's start with the first habit. One that seems innocent enough but can wreak havoc on your body's natural rhythm as you get older: having an inconsistent sleep schedule. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm retired, I can sleep in whenever I want. And that freedom is wonderful. Absolutely. The problem isn't sleeping in occasionally. It's when your bedtime and wake-up time vary wildly from one day to the next. One night you're up till midnight watching a show. The next you're in bed by 9 p.m. Then you're up at 6 a.m. one day and 9 a.m. the next. This bouncing around confuses your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm. Think of your body like a finely tuned instrument, or maybe more like an old grandfather clock. It thrives on regularity. It has natural cycles for releasing hormones, regulating body temperature, and preparing itself for sleep and wakefulness. When you constantly change when you go to bed and when you wake up, you're essentially throwing a wrench into those delicate mechanisms. After 70, these systems are often less resilient than they once were. They don't bounce back as easily from disruption. What does this inconsistent schedule actually do to your health? Well, for starters, it makes it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep, leading to fragmented, poor quality sleep. This is when you wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all, even if you were in bed for hours. Poor sleep quality is linked to a higher risk of chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. It can mess with your blood sugar levels, making them harder to control, which is a concern for many people as they age. It can also affect your blood pressure. Beyond the physical, an inconsistent schedule significantly impacts your cognitive function. You might find yourself feeling foggy, forgetful, or having trouble concentrating. Decision-making can become harder. This isn't just frustrating. It can impact your independence and quality of life. Your brain needs consistent, quality sleep to consolidate memories, clear out waste products, and prepare for the next day. Deprive it of that regularity, and it struggles. Another big one is the effect on your mood. Erratic sleep schedules can make you more irritable, anxious, or even contribute to feelings of depression. It's harder to cope with stress when you're sleep deprived. Your body also struggles to regulate cortisol, often called the stress hormone. When your sleep is all over the place, elevated cortisol levels can contribute to weight gain, weakened immune function, and a host of other problems. So, what can you do about it? The key is consistency. Aim for a regular bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. Try to keep it within an hour or so. This helps reset and reinforce your body's natural rhythm. Start small if you need to. If your current schedule is all over the place, gradually shift your bedtime and wake-up time by 15 to 30 minutes each day until you reach your target. Listen to your body. If you feel tired around the same time each evening, that's a good sign. That's a natural window for you to start winding down. It might feel restrictive at first, especially if you're used to spontaneous evenings. But think of it as giving your body the predictability it craves. This consistency helps regulate those crucial hormones, stabilizes blood sugar, supports cognitive function, and sets the stage for restful sleep. It's not about being rigid every single night, but establishing a strong baseline. If you have a late night out planned, try to ease back into your routine the next day without drastically oversleeping. It's a gentle practice, not a strict rule you'll be punished for breaking. Now, let's talk about the second bedtime habit that can be a silent health destroyer: eating heavy meals or sugary snacks too close to bedtime. Oh, that late-night biscuit with a cuppa, or a full meal because you ate dinner early. It feels comforting at the moment, doesn't it? But that comfort comes at a cost, especially for those of us over 70. As we age, our digestive system can slow down a bit. Eating a large meal right before lying down means your body has to work hard to digest that food when it should be preparing for rest and repair. This active digestion can cause discomfort, like heartburn or indigestion, making it harder to fall asleep or waking you up during the night. It's like asking your stomach to run a marathon, just as you're telling your brain to shut down for the night. They aren't exactly working together. Sugary snacks are particularly problematic. They cause a spike in your blood sugar, which then likely crashes later in the night. These blood sugar fluctuations can disrupt your sleep cycle. You might wake up feeling anxious, sweaty, or just generally unrested. Consistently eating sugary things before bed also contributes to overall poor blood sugar control, which is a significant risk factor for numerous health issues as we age. Beyond digestion and blood sugar, late-night eating, especially of calorie-dense or sugary foods, is linked to weight gain. Our metabolism tends to slow down as we get older, and eating when your body is least active and least efficient at processing calories means more of those calories are likely to be stored as fat. Carrying excess weight, particularly around the middle, is associated with a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, joint problems, and other conditions that can significantly impact your quality of life after 70. It puts extra strain on your body 24/7, not just at night. So, what's the simple change here? Try to finish eating your main meals at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body ample time to digest the food and allows your system to calm down before you lie flat. If you feel genuinely hungry closer to bedtime, opt for a small, light snack that won't upset your stomach or spike your blood sugar. Things like a small handful of nuts, a piece of fruit like a small apple or banana, or a plain cracker can satisfy hunger without causing problems. Avoid anything spicy, fatty, or heavily sugary. Think about this habit not as deprivation, but as giving your body a rest it deserves. Just like your brain needs to wind down, your digestive system benefits from not being taxed right before sleep. Making this change can lead to less nighttime discomfort, more stable energy levels the next day, and better overall health management. It's a gentle shift with big potential benefits for your sleep and your waistline. Now that we've discussed the importance of a consistent sleep schedule and avoiding late-night heavy eating, let's move on to the third bedtime habit that can silently erode your health after 70: drinking alcohol or too much liquid too close to going to sleep. Alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially. It's a depressant, and it can help you nod off faster. But that effect is short-lived, and alcohol actually fragments your sleep as the night goes on. As your body processes the alcohol, it disrupts your sleep cycles, particularly the crucial REM sleep stages, where dreaming and cognitive restoration happen. You might wake up frequently, or spend the latter half of the night in a lighter, less restorative sleep state. You might also experience increased snoring or even worsened symptoms of sleep apnea if that's something you deal with. Beyond the sleep disruption, alcohol is dehydrating. Even mild dehydration can lead to discomfort and poor sleep quality. It also affects blood sugar and can put extra strain on your liver and kidneys, organs that become less efficient with age. Consuming alcohol regularly, especially close to bedtime, can contribute to long-term health problems that are amplified after 70. Then there's the issue of drinking any liquid too close to bedtime. While staying hydrated is essential throughout the day, drinking a large glass of water, tea, or any other beverage right before you head to bed significantly increases the likelihood of needing to get up during the night to use the bathroom. Waking up multiple times to go to the toilet, known as nocturia, is a common sleep disruptor, particularly as bladder capacity and control can change with age. Each trip out of bed breaks your sleep continuity, making it harder to get deep. Restorative sleep. These frequent awakenings don't just make you tired, they increase the risk of falls during the night, which is a serious concern for older adults. They also prevent you from getting into those deeper stages of sleep that are vital for physical and mental repair. The simple adjustment here is to moderate your fluid intake in the couple of hours before bedtime. This doesn't mean becoming dehydrated. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day, especially earlier in the evening. Just try to limit large drinks in the 1-2 hours before you plan to go to sleep. As for alcohol, try to have your last drink several hours before bed. The further away from bedtime you consume alcohol, the less likely it is to interfere with your sleep architecture. If you enjoy a small drink in the evening, perhaps have it with your dinner rather than right before you start winding down. Making these changes can significantly reduce nighttime awakenings, allowing you to spend more time in restorative sleep. It's a simple step that protects your sleep continuity and reduces the risk of those disruptive trips to the bathroom. It's about timing your hydration smartly to support, not hinder, your rest. Next, let's talk about a habit that's become almost universal, yet is incredibly detrimental to sleep health using electronic devices like phones, tablets, or watching TV in bed or right before turning out the light. I know, it's tempting to scroll through social media, check emails, or watch a favorite show to relax before sleep, but these devices are sleep stealers, especially after 70. The primary culprit is the blue light emitted by the screens. Blue light is a type of light that tells your brain it's daytime. Exposure to it suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to your body that it's time to sleep. Even short exposure can delay sleep onset, making it harder to fall asleep. Our eyes also become more sensitive to light as we age, potentially making the impact of blue light even greater. Beyond the light, engaging with screens keeps your mind active. Checking emails can bring up worries about tomorrow's appointments. Social media can be stimulating. Watching an exciting or suspenseful show gets your adrenaline going. You're essentially telling your brain to stay alert and engaged, the exact opposite of what you need it to do to transition into sleep. Your mind is racing when it should be winding down. The consequences of this habit are fragmented sleep, reduced total sleep time, and spending less time in deep, restorative sleep. This contributes to all the problems we've already touched on: impaired cognitive function, poor mood, reduced immune function, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. It also makes you feel more tired the next day, potentially leading to a cycle of relying on caffeine or struggling through the day. The simple solution here is to create a screen-free zone or time before bed. Aim to put away all electronic devices at least an hour, preferably 2, before you plan to go to sleep. This gives your body a chance to naturally start producing melatonin and allows your mind to wind down without artificial stimulation. Replace screen time with more calming activities like reading a physical book, listening to quiet music or a podcast, doing some gentle stretches, or practicing relaxation techniques. This habit requires discipline in our modern world, but the benefits for your sleep quality are immense. It's about consciously creating a buffer zone between the stimulating digital world and the peaceful state needed for sleep. by removing screens from your bedtime routine. You give your brain and body the signal that it's truly time to rest. Moving along. The fifth bedtime habit that can quietly damage your health after 70 is not creating a calm, conducive sleep environment and bringing stress or worries with you to bed. These two are often intertwined. Our bedrooms should be sanctuaries for sleep. But how many of us have bedrooms that are too bright, too noisy, too hot, or too cold? Even subtle disruptions can impact the quality of your sleep without you even realizing it. A streetlight outside the window, a ticking clock, a partner's snoring, or a room temperature that's not quite right can keep you in lighter sleep stages or wake you up during the night. As we get older, our sleep patterns can become more sensitive to these environmental factors. We might spend less time in deep sleep naturally, so anything that further fragments it is particularly harmful. Beyond the physical environment, there's the mental environment. Many people get into bed, and suddenly their minds start racing. Worries about finances, family, health, or even just the tasks for tomorrow flood in. The bed becomes a place for rumination and anxiety instead of rest. This mental activation is a major barrier to falling asleep and staying asleep. When you're stressed or anxious, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, making it biologically difficult to relax and drift off. Chronic stress, including the stress you bring to bed, has serious long-term health consequences, impacting your cardiovascular system, immune system, and mental well-being. Let's tackle the environment first. Take a critical look at your bedroom. Is it dark enough? Consider blackout curtains if needed. Is it quiet enough? Earplugs or a white noise machine can help block out disruptive sounds. Is the temperature comfortable? Most sleep experts recommend a cooler temperature, around 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Make sure your bedding is comfortable and suited to the temperature. Little changes can make a big difference. Now, addressing the mental clutter. This is often harder but incredibly important. The key is to try and process your worries before you get into bed. Try setting aside 10-15 minutes earlier in the evening for a worry time. Write down whatever is on your mind. This can help get the thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Once worry time is over, consciously decide to set those thoughts aside until the morning. It takes practice, but it can be effective. Other strategies include gentle stretching, deep breathing exercises, meditation, or listening to calming music, or a guided relaxation track. Before you get into bed, these activities signal to your body and mind that it's time to slow down and prepare for rest. Rather than engaging with stress, making your bedroom a sleep sanctuary and actively working to leave your worries outside of it are powerful steps towards achieving consistent, restorative sleep. It's about creating a space and a state of mind that are conducive to rest, rather than allowing external or internal distractions to sabotage your sleep. Finally, let's address the sixth bedtime habit that can be damaging, particularly after 70. Ignoring or pushing through physical discomforts instead of addressing them before bed. This might include things like mild pain, stiffness, or even needing to use the bathroom but delaying it because you just got comfortable. As we age, it's common to experience some aches and pains, perhaps from arthritis, old injuries, or just the wear and tear of life. Trying to ignore this discomfort and hoping it will go away when you lie down often doesn't work. Pain is a signal from your body, and it can make it incredibly difficult to relax, fall asleep, and stay asleep. You might toss and turn trying to find a comfortable position, constantly being reminded of the discomfort. This results in fragmented, poor quality sleep, which in turn can actually increase your sensitivity to pain the next day, creating a vicious cycle. Similarly, ignoring the urge to use the bathroom, even a slight urge, can lead to lying in bed feeling uncomfortable or eventually having to get up anyway. Interrupting your sleep. As mentioned before, frequent nighttime urination is disruptive. But even the anticipation of needing to go can create anxiety that prevents you from settling down. Holding it in can also potentially lead to other issues over time. The simple, actionable step here is to proactively address physical discomforts before you even get into bed. If you have chronic pain, talk to your doctor about effective pain management strategies for the evening. This might involve taking prescribed medication at a specific time, using heat or cold therapy, or doing some gentle stretches recommended by a physical therapist. Don't try to be a hero and just grit your teeth through the pain. Addressing it allows your body to relax and prepare for sleep. Regarding the bathroom, make it a non-negotiable part of your bedtime routine to use the toilet right before you get into bed, even if you don't feel a strong urge. This helps ensure your bladder is empty and reduces the likelihood of needing to get up shortly after falling asleep. If nocturia is a significant issue, talk to your doctor, as there might be underlying medical reasons or strategies to help manage it, like timing of certain medications or fluid intake advice specific to your situation. Addressing these physical discomforts might seem obvious, but it's surprising how many people try to push through them, giving your body the care it needs. Before you ask it to rest is crucial for achieving truly restorative sleep. It's about listening to your body's signals and responding kindly, rather than trying to tough it out. So, we've talked about 6 bedtime habits that can quietly undermine your health after 70 an inconsistent sleep schedule. Eating heavy or sugary foods late, consuming alcohol or too many liquids close to bed, using electronic devices in bed, not creating a calm sleep environment, and ignoring physical discomforts or bringing worries to bed. It might feel like a lot to think about, but please don't feel overwhelmed. The most important thing to remember is that small, consistent changes can lead to significant improvements in your sleep and overall health. You don't have to tackle all 6 at once. Pick 1 or 2 that resonate with you the most, or that you feel would be the easiest to start with, and focus on making those changes consistently. Perhaps it's just putting your phone away an hour earlier, or making sure you use the bathroom right before bed. Even these small steps can make a difference to how you feel the next morning and throughout the day. Remember, quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's a fundamental pillar of health, just as important as diet and exercise, especially as we get older. By addressing these bedtime habits, you're not just trying to sleep better, you're actively investing in your heart health, your brain function, your mood, your energy levels, and your ability to enjoy your life to the fullest. You are taking control of a powerful tool for well-being that is available to you every single night. Thinking about these changes might bring up questions, or perhaps you have habits you found helpful for improving your sleep. I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments section below. Connecting with others who are on a similar journey can be incredibly encouraging and helpful. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more ways to live your best life at every age, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people who could benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos packed with practical tips and advice for thriving after 60, 70 and beyond. Remember, age is just a number, and it doesn't have to define your health or how you feel. By making conscious choices about your bedtime routine, you can unlock the power of restorative sleep and protect your well-being for years to come. You have the power to make these gentle shifts and experience the incredible benefits. Live your best life at every age,